It's the BAFTAs this weekend, so I thought I'd tell another little story of showbiz serendipity. Now, cast your mind back to 2008. There was a brilliant film nominated called Control. It was the story of Joy Division, and there was a brilliant young actor called Sam Riley who played Ian Curtis, the frontman in the band. He was brilliant at it. It was an outstanding performance. I think Peter Hook even said that he found it quite hard to watch because he was so realistic and reminded him so much of his pal. But he was nominated in the Rising Star category. Now, if you don't know that category, it's an amazing barometer for future A-list stars. I think the first ever winner might have been James McAvoy, actually. Anyway, Sam Riley was nominated, and quite rightly so, for that part. And I remember on the night being at the awards ceremony, and I caught his eye a couple of times. He was looking at me, I was looking at him, and eventually we had a conversation, and he said, "You don't remember, do you?" And I was thinking, remember what? And he said, "You reviewed my band and you said something really kind about me." And the penny dropped. He was in a band from Leeds called 10,000 Things. They signed to Polydor. My pal was at Polydor Records and invited me to their showcase. It was at a working men's club somewhere in London. And the NME gave them 0 out of 10, which is either a badge of honour or a horrible moment, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, Sam said to me, he said, "We got that horrible review, but in your column, you said they might not be the best band in the world, but the frontman's got talent and he could really be a leading man." I didn't remember even writing it, but it was such a lovely moment for him to share that and to see him nominated. He sadly didn't win, but I think he went on to play Marquis Smith from The Fall as well. But to continue the showbiz serendipity and some of the names of previous stories, Stephen Graham was clearly a BAFTA winner and a big talent, and he was best pals with Leonardo DiCaprio from their time doing Gangs of New York together. And I remember one year DiCaprio was at the BAFTAs, was lucky enough to be there again, and he was nominated for Aviator, and he looked a bit forlorn at the after party looking at what was a really out-of-date rubbish phone for the world's most famous actor. And I was sitting with the sponsors, Orange Telecom, that's how old this story is. And I remember saying, you should go and give him a phone. He should be having or using something better than that, given his status in the movie industry. So they gave him a phone, and I had the same one actually. I had the BAFTA statuette logo sort of emblazoned on the back. It's one of the first camera phones, video phones. And apparently he loved it so much, he became a customer. And I'd like to play an eyebrow, a tiny part of an involvement in that story. So the showbiz serendipity continues.